Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu Idonogrene. In today's video, I want to show you how you can use the Turtle command in GeoGebra Classic software. Alright, let's go now. In my last video on this Turtle command, I did something on irregular polygon. Today, I want to show you how you can do the command for a regular polygon so that it will be easy for the turtle to go around the regular polygon. You can switch in between polygons just like that. All right, to make this easy for us, dynamic, let's create our turtle first. Just type your turtle command. As you type it here, the turtle will appear. You can see it. So this is what I need. Immediately I click on it and type my enter. You can see the turtle has appeared here and the play button has appeared. But we are not going to use this play button because if you click on it, if you observe, it's not playing. So we are going to create a button and write some script. Okay, now take note of this name. The name of my turtle is turtle1. This name is very important, but we are going to use it when creating the script. Now, I want this turtle to move to move around a regular polygon. So to make it very easy for me, I need to create some sliders. So let me start with the first slider. This first slider, let's call it the distance slider. Let me label it as distance. Just call this as distance. So you know what I mean by distance. That means the length of the side. The length of each side of my polygon is going to be on this slider. So I want it to start from 1. So let me just stop at 5 since we don't need it to be too wide because of the screen. So I want it to be increasing by 1. So that is the first slider I just created. Okay, so I need another slider. So this slider should be my number of sides. Since the smallest polygon is a triangle, let me start with 3 sides. So let me label this side. Let me call it side. That is the side of my polygon. So is it a 3-sided polygon or 4 sides? So I want the maximum here. Let me just take it to 10 and let it increase by 1. That means this polygon is going to be the minimum we can get is 3-sided polygon, which is a triangle. Then the maximum we can get is a 10-sided polygon, that is a decagon. And we are going to increase this slider by 1. So take note of that. All right, the next slider I would like to do is a repeat slider. That means this slider this will tell this turtle how many times it's going to repeat the movement. So it is this slider that will direct this turtle on how it's going to go around. If you tell it to repeat once, to only form one side of the polygon. If you tell it to repeat 2, it will form 2 sides of the polygon. So the minimum should be 1. So let me take the maximum of this slider to, let me just take it to 10. Since my polygon is stopping at 10. So let me just leave the repeat at 10 and it will also increase by 1. So let's call this slider, let's call it repeat. So that is that. All right, so we are done with these 3 sliders. Then before we do the button to move these turtles, let's see now. I want a definition now. You know this turtle is going to be turning at an angle so that it will maintain that polygon as it goes round all the side. So since I need my polygon side, I use this one as the side. So I'm going to write something here. If I do 360, remember polygon, we said the exterior angle of a polygon, the sum of exterior angle of a polygon sum up to 360. So I want 360 degrees. Let me find degree symbol. This is the symbol for degrees. So I want 360 degrees to be divided by the number of sides. You know, if 360 divide number of sides to give me the angle at which this turtle will be turning. So that is the exterior angle. When I start writing the script, you understand what I mean by this. But take note of this. This is another important thing you need to do here. So 360 degrees divided by side. Just type side in this place. See, the answer has come out here, which is 120. So enter, because the slider is on 3, the side is on 3. That means if I need a triangle, my turtle will be turning at 120 degrees for the exterior angle. It's going to be turning based on exterior angle to form the sides of all the polygons. So with this, I think we are good to go. The next thing is for us to create our buttons. All right, let me start with the first button, which is the button now. And this button, I want to call it go button. So that is the caption. So the button should represent go. When I click on go, my turtle will start moving. So what are we going to write in this script? So let's start with, let's write repeat. We need a repeat script. Remember, this is the bracket you are using, not this bracket, please. Not this bracket. So take note of that. So in your keyboard, get this bracket. So which is that. Then the next thing I want to do now is, or wait, just hold on first. I want to rename this alpha because sometimes my keyboard may not be able to get this alpha symbol. Let me rename this one. Just go to setting, see rename. So the name is this. I want the name to be just A because letter A is on my keyboard. So just click on enter. So click on enter, you see the name I've changed to A. So that is that. So now that I've done that, let me go to my button. Go is the caption because that's what I want the button to show as I finish. Then let's start with repeat. Repeat, then use this keyboard as I use this bracket as I said. Then what do I want to repeat? Remember, I want the repeat to be this slider, this repeat slider. So I'm going to type repeat there. So repeat is what I want to appear. Then don't forget, put your comma to separate that. Then now that I've put repeat, so what do I want to be repeating? I want to be repeating my turtle to be keep moving. I want my turtle to keep moving. So what I will repeat is turtle, spell the turtle in full. So this is turtle. I want the turtle to move forward. So turtle forward. Please take note of these spellings. Remember the T for the turtle and F for forward is a capital letter. So turtle forward, open and close your bracket. So what am I going to put inside this bracket? Take note, the name of the turtle is turtle1. So type it like that, turtle1, comma, then it's going to move based on this distance, these distances. So you are going to put the distance in the next place. So remember, my turtle, I want it to keep moving. That's what this repeat moving means. So how do I want my turtle to keep moving? Based on my slider on repeat. It will move based on the number of repeat I put here on this slider. Then comma. Then how do I want it to move? I want it to move forward. And how is it going to move forward? It will move forward by this distance. Distance on how I put my slider. So since my slider is on 1, my turtle will move distance 1. So we have done this one. Okay, then put comma again. The next thing is the turning. Remember your polygon will be, remember the turtle is going to be turning based on exterior angle of the polygon. That is this calculation that I've done. So, and it is this slider that will decide that. Don't forget. We got this calculation based on this slider of sides. So it is the number of sides that will decide this. So what am I going to do here now? I'm going to put turtle left. I want it to keep turning left and open and close your bracket. As it turns left, don't forget to 1, comma, So when it turn left, Turtle1 will turn based on this angle. Remember, I labeled the angle to be A and we got it from this side. Don't forget this definition. So just put your A in this place. So with this, we are done with the script. So the next thing is, remember, we need to start the animation. This button, we need to start it. So go to a new line, just write your start animation, start animation. Now that I've put this bracket, you don't need to write anything inside the bracket, just leave it like this. So let's look at it again. Repeat is what we want to do. So what are we repeating? We repeat this slider. Whatever number is in this slider is what the turtle will move around. So that is one. Then the command after repeat, then turtle should move forward. So which is the Turtle1 should be moving forward. How is it going to move forward? To move forward based on this distance on this slider 1. Then comma, then the turtle should keep turning and it will keep turning left, not right. I want my turtle to keep turning left. If you want it to keep turning right, it will do it for you. But I want it to keep turning left. So turtle keep turning left, and that is Turtle1 now. Keep turning left. And how will it keep turning left? It will turn based on this angle 120. And remember, it is this slider of side is controlling this angle. So with this, we are good to go, and we put our start animation. Make sure you spell it well like this, the way I have it, and that is all. When you finish, click on OK. Now that I click on OK, you can see everything is done. So let's test and see how it works. Now let me click on Go, and let's see how the turtle will go based on this. Remember, side is 3, distance is 1, repeat is 1. So I want repeat and side to be the same so that the turtle will not just move once and stop. So let me make it 3. I want repeat to be 3. I want it to repeat 3 times so that it will make a complete triangle. Let's go and see what will happen. So you see 1, 2, 3, stop. So you see the turtle forming a small triangle based on this distance. Now, if you observe the turtle, I can't remove this triangle, and I want this polygon to keep maintain a regular polygon. So I need a button that will delete this when I'm through. So let's do that. I want that triangle to, in case I want, let's for example, I need something like a pentagon. If I need a pentagon, that means this triangle need to be deleted. So I'll come here, get another button. I can label the button clear. Let me use clear so that we clear it and restart it. Or I can say reset. Let me just use a reset button. Reset should be okay. So what am I resetting? First, delete. Use this bracket again. What are we deleting? Delete turtle. Delete Turtle1. So you are deleting Turtle1, but take note, after deleting it, not permanent deletion. I want to delete it and paste it back. So put the name of the turtle again, Turtle1, put your colon, then put turtle in bracket. Very important. This is very, very important. Turtle1 means after you have deleted turtle, this second line say paste the Turtle1 back in this order, just like this. Turtle1 equals to this, but use colon, not equals to. So with this, I can reset it again, and that is that. So let's test and see what we have done. So let's see if I click on this, let's see if the triangle will disappear. See, it's correct. So let's change the distance. Let's make it distance 2. So the turtle should move 2 distance. Then a triangle will be formed and it's going to be repeated 3 times. Let me make the repeat 2. Let's see what will happen. So go 2. See, it stops because I want it to only repeat 2 times. So a triangle is not formed. So if I want it to form a triangle, repeat must be equals to number of sides. So let's reset it. Let's go again. Okay, sorry, let me reset. Let me move repeat to be 3. Then let's go and see 2, then 3, stop. So that is that. You can see it well arranged and well organized. If you want your applet to be nice, you can close some of these things. Let's close the axis. Let's close the grid. Let me close this. You can position this anywhere you want. If you want to position the go and the reset, you can use right click, just right click and move it anywhere you want it to be on the screen. Let me leave it here. You can reset, right click and move. Let me put my reset button here. You can click on reset. You can click on the screen and drag, move your turtle anywhere you want to move it. You can change the distance. Let me change it to 3. Okay, let me change it to 4. I can change the size. Let me change it to 4. That is a square now. So let's repeat 4 also. Two of them need to be equal to have a perfect square. Then let's watch what will happen. So see how it's going. See how it's going. It will stop at 4 because I say repeat 4 times. See those. So this is a regular polygon forming for us. Perfect. So this is that, and that's all I want us to see in this video. You can reset it. You can move the slider by right clicking, move to anywhere you want to place it on the screen. As a teacher, you know what you want, you know what your student wants, you know your objective, so you are the one teaching. Just arrange your slider the way you want it. So that is that. Let me try one more thing before we go. Let me move it to, let's say, 7-sided polygon. That means if I say repeat 4 times, just watch what will happen. That means the distance should be 4, but it will not complete the 6-sided polygon. Made it 6-sided. So that is 1, 2, 3. Then this is the 4th one. It will stop at 4. See, because the repeat is not up to 5. It's not up to 6. So let's reset it. Let me make the repeat to be 6. Let's go and watch again. You can click on the screen and drag down so that you see the space so that you not go outside your screen. So you can see, so this is the 4th one. Remember, repeat is 6, so it will stop at 6-sided polygon. So this is 6, then this is the 5th one, and then this is the 6th. So it will stop here. If you click on go, it will continue again just like that. As you know now, as a teacher, you may want this thing to stop somewhere. You know, sometimes your student may ask questions. What if I want the turtle to stop somewhere? You can create another button for stop. Let me do that. Let it stop first. I'll do that. I just reset it. So let's create another button for stop. Let's put it here. You can call it stop. This time around, just say start animation. So inside this bracket, just call it false. Start animation false. That means it's going to stop when you click on it. Okay. So you can move it, just right click and move. Place it where you want to place it. So let's see what will happen. So let me do another polygon. Let me do a 8-sided polygon. Let me change the distance to 3. That means I'm going to repeat it 8 times. Okay. So let's go and see. So this is 3. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take note what will happen now. See, it has stopped. Okay, let's see. Let's go again. As it's going, I want it to stop somewhere along the road. To just click on stop. See, it has stopped. Okay, keep going. See, it will go. I want it to stop here. It will stop. So with this, you can do some things in your classroom. You can do some analysis. You are the teacher. You know what you want. Just do what you want, provided your children understand your lesson, and that is that. So with this knowledge, I believe you can learn it from here. You can do something you want to do in your classroom, and that is that. This is all I want to show us in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do have a nice day.